Hey guys, not Timmy66 here to let you know you're worth a heck of a lot more than your job, and your job does not define who you are. Hey guys, welcome back to Not Timmy66. I hope everybody is doing well today. I am on my first day of getting back on my diet. Um, I've tried keto, I've tried other diets and stuff like that, and really, not a whole lot works for me. And part of my, I guess, newfound happiness is getting fit. So I'm trying to get a little fitter, man. And I don't really worry too much about exercise because owning a lawn care business, believe me, guys, I get my exercise in. But one thing I noticed is that right now I'm at about 210 pounds and my height is 5'9.5". So, and I did a video on my other channel where I was actually changing out a light bulb in my motorcycle, and I got to looking at myself. You know how sometimes you do see yourself in the mirror, but you don't really see yourself until maybe somebody takes a picture of you or whatever. Anyway, long story short, I need to lose some weight. So I'm back on intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting seems to work for me. The last time I did it, I lost almost 30 pounds doing it, and I'm trying it again. Reason I'm sitting in the truck here is because there's cicadas or whatever those bugs are making all kinds of noise, and I didn't want it irritating you guys while watching my video. So anyway, I'm back on that. Last time I ate anything was last night at 8 o'clock, or before 8. I stopped. I didn't have anything else to eat after 8 o'clock, and it is about 1:10 right now. So from 8 o'clock in the evening until 2 o'clock the next day, I don't eat anything. And then from 2 today until 8 o'clock tonight, I can eat. And then I fast again from 8 until 2. That's kind of the schedule I was on last time, and it works really well for me. So I have a question for you. How much does your job define who you are? And how much of your job is really you? I think that we run into a trap with that. I think we allow our jobs to define who we are when our jobs really are not who we are. And I think that leads to a lot of trouble as we get closer to retirement. Let me explain why. You guys know I'm a business owner, right? So that is in my professional life what I do. I'm a business owner, and pretty soon I'm going to be a teacher. So, but that does that say who I really am as a person? It might say something about my personality, and it might say something about my drive for what I like to do or what I do for a living. But what I do for a living, be it a teacher or a business owner, doesn't necessarily mean that's who I am. Who I am as a husband, and who I am as a father, and who I am as a motorcycle enthusiast that just loves motorcycles. Go check out my other channel. Shameless plug, I guess, for me and my shadow. But that doesn't necessarily but it's not who my job is. I'm so happy at the end of the day to back that trailer in behind me and unhook and get on the motorcycle and go for a ride. That's who I really am. I'm so happy to go take a drive with my wife. I'm so happy to spend time with my kids. That's who I really am. Trying to be a good father and try to be a good husband. That's who I really am. And I think where we run into trouble with defining ourselves or allowing our jobs to define us is that becomes a part of our identity, and we think that's who we are. Well, I'm a business owner. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm a USPS worker. I'm a mailman. I'm a delivery guy, and that becomes part of our personality. And when it comes time to let that stuff go, it feels like we're letting go of ourselves a little bit, but we're really not. I don't care if you're a doctor. I don't care if you're a lawyer. It's not who you really are. So we run into a problem when it gets closer to the age of retirement. You know, I'm 57 and I'll retire at 62 if I decide to, and if it's feasible. But I know who I am beyond a teaching job, or I know who I am beyond a business owner's responsibilities, right? So when I let that stuff go, I'm not letting any part of me go personally. I'm just letting the way that I earned income go, but it's never been who I am. And I think we set ourselves up for a trap if we design ourselves, or not design ourselves, if we align ourselves so much with the job that we do, and it becomes who we think we are when we're really not. So my advice would be, take a step back and find out who you are. Don't define who you are by the job that you do. Don't do it. Because I think at the end of the day, when it comes to having to let that job go, or maybe you get let go, or maybe that job just goes away for whatever reason, then we run the risk of feeling lost. Like, what am I going to do now? I'm a delivery guy, and I don't have any deliveries to do. I'm a truck driver. What am I going to do? Now everything's automated, right? So one of the keys to happiness, I believe, more than anything else, over the monetary stuff and over everything else, is really knowing who you are as a person. And if you're not quite sure who you are as a person, I think it's really important to take the time to find out. And if you don't, I think you run the risk of having a little bit of an identity crisis, and things get a little bit tougher. Don't let your job define who you really are. That's all I'm saying. So I guess, guys, what I'm trying to say is a person isn't really happy unless they really know who they are, right? Because how can you be happy if you're not happy within your own skin? And how can you be happy within your own skin if you don't know who you are? And I'm saying that society, for the longest time, has defined people as to who they are by what they do for a living. Started back in the 70s when they started pushing away from folks being able to get jobs. Well, basically when they took shop class and stuff out of school and took the skilled labor away and told everybody instead they need to go ahead and get a 4-year degree, because then you'll really be happy, right? Get that 4-year degree. Your life will just be wonderful with that higher education. Some people that may be true. A lot of folks it's not. But I think real inner happiness and peace comes from a real sense of knowing exactly who you are, and who, not necessarily what you want to be, not necessarily what people think you should be. Well, yeah, I mean, you should obviously figure out what your skills are and maybe base something that you do on that, so that you're not miserable every waking hour that you're working, right? You should try to match your personality and skills that you naturally have with the job that you can earn a living at. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you take all that away and put it all away and throw it all away, what do most people that are on their deathbeds, what is their biggest regrets? The biggest regrets are that they didn't love enough, that they didn't spend enough time with those that really matter, that they spent most of their time chasing stuff that really at the end of the day didn't mean anything. So guys, if you don't know who you are, find it. Find out who you are. Do some soul searching. And don't let your career that you're in now or that you're looking to get into define who you are as a person. That's one step to being happy.